She's a very accomplished pianist, painter and horsewoman. He was accomplished in all the arts. The plans should be drawn as accurately as possible. For the experiment to be valid, it is essential to record the data accurately. It's still not possible to accurately predict the occurrence of earthquakes. I didn't actually see her. I just heard her voice. So what actually happened? There seems to be some confusion over who is actually giving the talk. Experts fear the game could lead to gambling addiction. He successfully battled his addiction to heroin. The doctor has made an initial diagnosis, but there'll be an additional examination by specialist. They look to the government for additional support. He was noted for his strict adherence to the rules. I'm looking after 6 adolescents for a week. She had a troubled adolescence. The advantage of booking tickets in advance is that you get better seats. Many more people died in the aftermath of the explosion. She accepted the money with alacrity. This tennis tournament is open to both amateurs and professionals. She has some ambitious plans for her business. She was filled with ambivalence about the trip. How many applicants did you have for the job? I found him arrogant and rude. Her first novel enjoyed an astonishing success. Everything happened at once. She graduated, got a job, and got married, all in June. Physical attractiveness is very important to some people. There is a growing awareness of the seriousness of this disease. They were filmed against a background of dark fir trees. To understand the war, we need to consider its historical and political background. They've just run out of tickets. Oh, bad luck. Do you play any other sports besides basketball? Her mother was a brilliant scientist. Bullying is a problem in many schools. We tested the boat for buoyancy. He was a man of remarkable buoyancy. The buoyancy of the oil market is likely to encourage price growth. He entered a burning house to rescue a child. Suddenly she felt a burning sensation in her throat. By all means, you must achieve this goal. Many trains are subject to cancellation because of the flooding. Her voice was utterly captivating. The story is a captivating fairy tale. He has a charming laugh and captivating smile. Be careful to look both ways when you cross the road. He tossed the paper carelessly into the bin. I carelessly left the keys on the table. She was dressed casually in shorts and a t-shirt. We just met casually in town. If ever there was a cause for celebration, this peace treaty was it. Finding a cure for cancer is one of the biggest challenges facing medical researchers. You know me, I like a challenge. Hello. He exclaimed cheerfully. His cheerfulness and modesty was rooted in a happy childhood. She died in suspicious circumstances. The bomb killed 4 soldiers and 3 civilians. I'm afraid I'm not expressing myself very clearly. Her fingers fumbled clumsily with the lock. The announcement was clumsily handled. Some of her cognitive functions have been impaired. The commercial future of the company looks very promising. She's commissioned an artist to paint her portrait. Congress appointed a commission to study immigration policy. They commissioned me to write a series of articles on language. His arrival caused quite a commotion. He looked up to see what all the commotion was about. There was a commotion outside the embassy. I was hoping she might show a little compassion. I agree with you completely. I got this job completely by chance. You have to be compliant with people. They left the flat in a terrible condition. There was mess everywhere. There has been no detectable change in the patient's condition. Under the conditions of the agreement, she must vacate the house on 12 July. She's completely lacking in confidence. Any personal data you provide to us will be held in confidence. A sense of guilt was deeply embedded in my conscience. My conscience would really bother me if I wore a fur coat. I wanted to update my kitchen and put in something more contemporary. Most of the writers he was contemporary with were interested in the same subjects. With her contemptuous look, she put people in an awkward position. She is one of the front runners in the contest. The contest for the leadership of the party was very bitter. His life was full of contradictions. A bike's a very convenient way of getting around. I have a craving for chocolate. They used rather creative methods to impress investors. Price will be a crucial factor in the success of this new product. It is crucial that the problem is tackled immediately. We use cutting-edge technology. He decidedly went to the hospital. She plays no part in the daily decision-making. I was impressed by Peter's amazing speed and decisiveness. Have you definitely decided to go to Costa Rica? Are you really going to quit your job? Definitely. I was overwhelmed by feelings of depression. We arrived at our destination tired and hungry. It's the good weather that makes Spain such a popular tourist destination. She will be remembered for her selfless devotion to the cause. We had a disagreement about over the fee for the work. Failing the final exams was a bitter disappointment for me. She walked out in disgust. She discovered, to her dismay, that her exam was a whole month earlier than she'd expected. They enjoyed the meal but were dismayed by how much it cost. The whole office was in a state of disorder. The family have a history of mental disorder. The trial was kept secret because of the risk of public disorder.